Good morning. Good morning from Kera Beach in Crete. I've just come and had a naked swim. So, beginning of 2022, there's this fresh energy of creation, of co-creation, that kind of germination energy of planting new seeds, doing things in new ways, that energy of the New Year's resolution. Now that is something that I believe we can harness. Everyone in their own unique way, everyone as much as they need to, everyone very differently. But this germination energy is a powerful time to plant these new seeds, to see which ways you can grow seeds in a different way. And this is something that's coming up for myself personally, but I'm also seeing it in a project I'm involved in Crete here. We're starting these work groups on education, nature, economy, community, creativity, etc. To bringing the new, it's all about creating the new, bringing through the new paradigm, let's call it. And I know that word has been overused very much, but what's really clear is that this creating the new comes by also being new ourselves, by allowing everything that we know to be in the back perhaps, but to be a blank canvas, coming in this space of the circle with as much openness as possible, letting go of our baggage, of what we know, what we think we know, what we think we don't know, what we've done, what we haven't done, and kind of coming to it from this blank space and allowing ourselves to be surprised by what emerges. And I'm noticing that in myself as well this past week or so. Started off 2022 with this new work structure, which works so well for me. Like I wake up early and I do an hour and a half of deep work, stuff that I need to do without distractions. Anyway, I do a couple of blocks of those throughout the day, as well as some time for more quote-unquote shallow work, which is putting some music on, emailing, organizing things that I can organize without having to be super focused. And I've had that same experience this week, been noticing how new things are emerging as a result of this. This new structure is very easy for me to embody and to bring through and to try. In the back of the mind, there's like all these different times that I've failed, or that I've tried something and it hasn't worked, or that I've kind of let go of this way of working that feels good, and I've gone back to stress or to a more uncomfortable and disembodied and disconnected way of working. Whereas this new way allows me to be very connected. Allows me a lot of time outside in nature with my partner, with my dogs. Allows time to be. And at the same time, it gives me so much more space to be productive and creative. This is very new. And I need to let go of that old image of who I thought I was to allow something else to emerge. And that's very much true for all of us right now and for you. We have to let go of the old in ourselves, in the world, in order for something new to emerge. I often see it not as a passive thing either. It's not something that's passive, and of course it can just happen, but a lot of the time we need to be a bit active and a bit proactive in it. We need to notice where we're holding on. Notice with these structures, these ways of thinking, of being, of working, of doing, that are like have that kind of energy of like stuckness, because that is what we have to just let go of and see and play. What would happen if you let go of this thing, of this way of being, of working, that perhaps for a while served you, perhaps for a while you thought was very true and very useful for you, this paradigm, this way of being, but actually now you're sensing with this new awareness, this new consciousness, this new you, it no longer resonates. And I want to use the example here of the New Age movement. And I've been very ingrained in that. I was ingrained in it for a few years, like a lot of people. Spiritual people who have a spiritual connection are intuitives, are empathic, kind of seeking for something, seeking for some answers, seeking for a community, people who understand. And we get led down this path often, or we're drawn down a path which I realise is very disempowering, very disconnecting, very disembodying. There's a feeling that it's nice, there's a feeling of a bit of well-being, a bit of peace. But ultimately, it's, in my experience, a lot of the New Age babble, like my friend Kim says, the New Age nonsense, keeps us very disconnected from our energy, from our body, from our fire. It keeps us away from being the light warriors that we are. It keeps us it kept me in a state that was more numb. I was having these nice experiences, and at the time it was probably exactly what I needed. It opened me up to a new way of thinking, a new understanding of our connection. But at the same time, looking back, I can see how that old self was also small and limited and disconnected and disembodied. And the energy was nowhere near as alive and powerful and beautiful and pure as what I experienced outside of that. And this is a big pill to swallow. For me, it took me a couple of years to swallow this pill, of working with someone very closely who saw that and works with that. And because it's very ingrained in us. Again, it's part of this structure that is so held so tightly, because for a long time, for a lot of us, these healing, therapeutic, new age circles, I'm not saying that they're all bad, not at all, but the ones that are there to help us feel safe, for me, they were like this. And by letting go of that, of the culture, of the language a little bit, of just an energetic vibration of letting go of everything that I thought I knew about spirituality, about awakening, about freedom, about who we are, about embodiment, about healing, letting go of all of that, allowing myself to be more of a blank canvas, or be present here and now with what is here and now. That has opened up a whole new dimension of understanding, of being, of power. And that for me is an invitation right now. And this is just one piece that I've shared, and I'm sure I'm going to come back to it many, many times. Because this is very important for me in this light warrior revolution that we are here to bring through, is that we need to be aware of where we're holding on to old structures, old ways, old cultures, old thoughts, that even though they served us, are not supporting us anymore. And actually keep us stuck, and keep us small, and keep us limited, and keep us away from the power that we are. And spirituality and spiritual thinking and many spiritual concepts and many spiritual paths do that. Keep us small. So I invite you to start questioning, to start checking in. Is this book or this teacher or this knowledge, this concept, how does it feel in my body? That's the first thing. How does it feel? Does it feel expansive and powerful, and does it allow me to get on fire? Or do I feel actually numb now? Do I feel a bit uncomfortable and icky in my stomach? Do I feel a bit not so sure about this one? Yeah, start to notice. Where do you feel expansive? Where do you feel contracting? Where is there a yes? Where is there a no? But really tuning in to your energy and your power and your fire. Yeah, that's all for me for today. Have a beautiful day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.